Sadie. Hey, Sadie. Get down. With your green on you. Who you, a punk rocker? You a punk rocker? Huh? What I tell you? Look at Sadie. Look at Roman. That's Roman. Little Roman right there. Big Roman. That's Big Roman right there. Get down, Sadie. Get down. And better not be over here watching me eat. How y'all doing? I made it to Dallas. Whew. And guess what? I am really tired after doing all of what I did today. What are you all doing? That glare is getting on my nerves. Oh, there's another one right there. Y'all see Sadie? I'm going to take y'all out there so y'all can see those little puppies in a little bit. Archie not here right now. He is not here. Hey, Belinda. Hey, Tracy Taylor, Valerie, Deborah, Belinda, Florence, Katrina, Sandy, Dorothy, hey, Jean, Cecilia, what y'all doing? Deborah Brown, what y'all doing, boo? Diva, I was going to call her Diva. Ollie, why you keep coming on my page, want to come on? You are not coming on. God, dog. He beat y'all on here. You eat your food, Lisa? You don't never keep no water in your refrigerator anymore. I had to. I like my water cold. But I found one. I found one back there. Yeah, put some in the. I'm going to HEB to get them tomahawks tomorrow. Huh? I'm going to go to HEB and get the tomahawks for tomorrow. And I'm going to make a Rasta pasta, a Cajun Rasta pasta with those tomahawks. Okay, I don't know what that is. I know you don't. My back is hurting so bad. See flies everywhere. They even inside of Lisa's house. They probably in somebody's house, right? Somebody else's house. What is it? A fly. Oh, I can't stand them. I can't stand them. Horse flies, too. The ones look like butterflies or something. Those mosquitoes are Baby, I got some good news for you all. So if you all are in the Dallas area, let me hip y'all to the good news about Lisa. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to hip you to the news about Lisa. For real. Y'all want to know? Tag a friend. Tag your nieces, your nephews, your uncles, your brothers, your sister, your grandma. Tag them. I'm about to drop the bomb on you all. If anywhere around, coming soon, Lisa. That's right. What? I'm going to drop the ball. Y'all ready to hear it? Y'all want to hear the good news? Royalty Rides. That's the name of it? Yeah. Ooh, and she had the perfect name, boo. She had a perfect name, boo. Y'all want to hear the good news? We're going to be rolling. Rolling. We're going to be rolling. I'm going to tell y'all, we're going to get 5 more people up in here. And I'm going to tell y'all what the good news is. You don't even have to just be in the Dallas area. If you want to do this and you got something going on, baby. And even in Fort Worth, if you in Fort Worth, baby, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. So, guess what? Came over here. I don't even know if he got on it, but I saw it too close. It was too close. Ooh, you gotta cover your food up around things nowadays. That is so disgusting. I'm doing good, Tiffany. Let me see all the Dallas folks up in here. if you from the Colony, you from Fresno, you from Fort Worth, you from wherever in Dallas. Wherever in Dallas. Lisa she went back to her room. I'll tell her you said hi. Guess what Lisa got? That woman done wouldn't got her a party bus. A party bus. So if you want to rent a party bus and the flyest bus around, not one of them buses where you're going to stand in front of it and pretend like it's yours. Or I'm going to stand in front of it, I'm going to pretend like it's mine though, for real. I'm going to pretend like it's mine. I'm going to say, check me out. The Fort Worth, hey, Lil White. Fort Worth, if you ain't, Lil White, we're going to have to rent the party bus. We're going to have a grand opening for the party bus. Lisa's party bus. Royalty, I think it's called Royalty Rides. What is it called again, Lisa? It's Royalty something. See, that's what Archie, he's talking to the guy. He took the bus to go so he could talk to the guy about whatever they got to do. You know, how she gonna bling it out. If you know Lisa, that bus is about to be bling bling. For real. She gonna bling that bus out. Yes, she is. Laverne, why you want to know what my lace wig is? We are not even talking about a wig. Where's your wig? That's what I want to know. Where's your lace wig? Because there's plenty of people in this world that wear lace wigs. Don't you see them on Facebook where they be showing them those ads on those reels? All of them lace wigs, 27-piece and everything else. So why you want to know? You trying to be funny? I can be funny with you. Sure can. You know how many people wear lace wigs? That's why they have beauty supplies. And they full of them. They full of lace wigs. How about that? Were you born with a lace wig? Or were you born bald-headed? That's all I want to know. Did you have any hair on your head when you was born? You know, that's just someone that's been watching my page, Cecilia. That's someone that's been watching my page, knowing I had on a lace wig. And so what? Because I had on a lace wig. There's so many people that wear lace wigs. They wear braids. They go get braids in their hair, and it be way down there past their butt and everything else. Do you ask them where did they get their braids from? You ask for it, I'll give it to you, boo. Did you think that you was trying to be funny? I wouldn't give a fat rat's ass what you asked me. Where's your lace wig? You should have asked me where was my 27-piece. That's what you should have asked me. Francis, don't even think of it like that. That's what they want you all to. That's what they want you all to feel. They want you to so they can disrupt something. They're not disrupting me. I wouldn't care what anybody say about me. I done been called big lips, and people pay for lips too. I done been called. People pay for butts, but see, I don't have to pay for a butt because I already have one. I don't have to worry about yeah, exactly, with your little rude self. You mad because I got back at you, huh? You real mad. You real mad. You so mad, scratch your ass and get glad. Yes. Go on and watch. Keep on watching it live. Keep watching it. You mad because I got back at you, huh? You the only one mad because I'm not mad. I'm happy about what you said because it made me think about some stuff. How people get fake butts, they get fake eyes, they have fake dimples, they get fake breasts, they get fake breasts, they get fake hair, they get fake teeth, everything. They get a lot of fake stuff that I don't have. My eyes are real. My lips are real. Fake nose. What else they get fake, you all? AK, don't get blocked, okay? Because you can't tell me what to do. You cannot tell me what to do. But it was okay when you read that comment, wasn't it? I bet you read and your eyes were wide open, huh? I bet your eyes were wide open. So I don't need people like you on my page. Look, I'm going to let you go. How about that? Fake jewelry. Yeah. What else they get fake? First thing a person want to say, if a person respond back to them, they want to tell a person to let it go. Fake nose, they want to tell a person, I wouldn't give them that energy. They want to tell them so much. But you're sitting there reading the comment, right? See the difference between that comment? I'm live. They're not. They're typing. I don't have to type. And I have every right to defend myself and to speak the way that I want to speak. If you don't like it, get off the page. Simple as that. Simple as that. Fake money. There we go. Gotcha. I got you. There you go. I got you. And blocked you. Thank you all. Thank you, Cheryl, for commenting after that person, because I couldn't find the name, but I found it now. I found it when you did that, and I was able to block him. So they got to go back and go get another fake page. They got to go back and get another fake page. God, they ought to get tired of getting them. They're gonna run out of emails to use. But them people let them do it. They let them do it all day long. That's not nothing. It's just somebody that's been watching. But who ready to ride the party bus? Let's ride the party bus. Boy, I talked about something positive. Every time I talk about something extra positive, they really always have something to say. Boy, that devil be so busy. They're going to be all right when all they swelling go down. They be so swollen. Aretha Thorpe, you got to go too, boo. You got to go too. Let's get her out of here. Those are fake pages, you all. They so fake. So fake and so jealous. They want to be able to get up and move around like I do. Because see, let me tell you all what they really thought. They thought when I broke my foot, when I had my knee replacement, They was looking for me to be down and not be able to get back up and operate the way I do. People look for downfalls. I can guarantee you, the ones that sit back in those bushes and watch you and watch you and watch you and watch you, and they think they know a whole lot about you just because they watch you. See, they only see what's on social media. They see what's on social media. They don't see what's behind the scenes of social media. Because, see, everything is not for you all bush watchers to watch. So you can screenshot. They come on so fast. See, what they want me to do, they want me to lose my composure and cuss them out. I've never been a person to use profanity like that, okay? I've never been a profanity person. Fake eyebrows. Now, if I get mad enough, I will. But they haven't made me upset. Because words don't hurt me, all right? You can call me all kind of names. The lady just called me a H. I don't care about that. Because, see, I know who I am. I know exactly who I am. One of the things about social media is they even get fake edges. One of the things about social media, people will sit back and internet thug all day. All day. Go back and forth from page to page and internet thug. That's called internet thugging. Okay? Internet thugging, internet bullying, whatever you want to call it. Like the person said, where's your lace front? The minute I got back at the person there, see, they didn't upset me. I upset that person, okay? Because they came back with something else. I wasn't the upset one. Because people wear females, males, they put on toupees. They don't know. Those people that are on here, they are on here from a year ago, problems from a year ago. Those are people that don't know how to let it go. Just let it go. Let it go. Yeah, I have some fake nails on right now. But see, my main thing is, the moment you go meet somebody, right? You go meet somebody. And you got that fake butt, the fake breast. Because you can't squeeze on them too tight. You can't squeeze on the breast too tight. They might bust. You can't accidentally fall on your buttocks. Because that butt just might splatter everywhere. It just might go everywhere. See, when I fell and broke my foot, I didn't have to worry about none of that. You know what I was concerned about? I was concerned if I damaged my knee. I wasn't concerned if I broke a fake nail. It was my knees. But I didn't have to worry about if my butt was going to splatter all over the place. I didn't have to worry about that. I didn't have to worry about, because when I fell, I went forward. I didn't have to worry about falling forward and my breast starts just shattering all over the place. I didn't have to worry about none of that. This was real. I may not have no big ones, But I have what God gave me. That's what I have. I have the butt that he gave me. Even though I worked out a whole lot. My younger days. Roman. My younger days, I did a lot of working out. And I didn't have to do all that stuff. Okay? So people, they get mad at that. They don't like that. They don't want to see you shine. They don't want to see you shine. What they want to see is they want to see you hurt. The devil works 24 hours a day. Yes, Cynthia, I'm at Lisa's house. Deflate. I like to say shatter. It sounds good when I say shatter. Because it's going everywhere. Everywhere. And it's what God gave me. And I'm not downing no one, but you think you're going to come on here on my page and think that you can just talk to me, type something in, trying to be very rude and to try to upset and get an audience behind you. That's what they look for. People still have not learned about what's going on in this world right now. They're not worried about what's going on. They're not thinking about what's happening in this world and what can affect any of us at any given time. Okay? Family, friends, or whomever. Family, friends, or whomever. Only if I can get out. Only if I can get outside. I'm not going all the way around. That gate probably locked up. I can get the key from Lisa, but that's what we need to be worried about. When I listen to a lot of this stuff on social media, and social media is there for us to be able to look and listen, but I never comment. I keep my opinion to myself. I don't care what they put on there. I'm not going to comment. If it's something positive, like I saw Sissy Dot. Was it Sissy Dot? No, it wasn't Sissy. It was somebody. And I told them, BBL Cakes. She did a cake with Angie Stone on there. Beautiful cake. And I said, I typed in, I said, simply beautiful. Simply beautiful. Because that's what it was. Very beautiful. They'll learn one day. I sure am. I sure am a lady. And another thing that people like to do, they like to get on pages and see drama. They want drama. They are more prone to drama than anything else. A person could be sitting there talking about the Bible and talking about some good points, bring up some good points and having a good conversation. But because there's no violence on there, there's no one cussing each other out, there's not a fight on that live, there's nothing like that going on, no arguing. That's not what they want to see. They don't want to see that. What they want to see is negativity. Everybody's not for that negativity. So why don't they just go to the negative pages? When you see certain people doing certain things on there that is outrageous, you know what I do? What is that saying? Scroll, don't type. I see something like that, I'm gone. If it does not interest me, if I'm not interested in what the conversation is about, I'm out of there. But I'll be darned if I get on someone's page and try my best to belittle them, try to make them feel bad, or try to bring the worst out of them, something out of them. I can't do it. So if it means that I don't get a chance to get viewers, hey, because what I will not do is disrespect myself. What it look like me? I've been on social media all these years, and then all of a sudden, because they turned my notifications off, and other content creators' notifications off. So when that happens, it drops. Your money drops because you don't have the people watching you. But I'm good with that. I'm good. See, I have a backup. And I have to thank God that He blessed me to be able to retire from my job. So I can still walk around here with my head up. What I miss is being able to cook on my live and be very proudly when I cook. Very proud, very confident when I cook. And showing my skills and what I do. But I will not go on someone's page and disrespect them. That is not me. It's always got to be a plan B. Always have to be a plan B. So I can't sit back. You see how the numbers go down? They want negativity. I can't give it to them. I can't do it. And because the numbers went down, because the money may be going down, but that don't mean that I'm getting ready to turn around and go put some panties on and it be up the crack of my butt just to get some views. Just to get some views. I'm not going to do that. I have more class and more dignity for myself for me to have to sell my soul to the internet. Okay? For $1. For $1. We here. I ain't get ready to do it. I tell people all the time, people sell their souls in so many different ways till it's unreal. They sell their souls. If you make a page, just to make that page, just so you can, and you think of a title for that page. But we all know it's a messy page. It's a messy page, and you're gathering up information from this person, that person. You hear something, you see something, then you're putting that on your page because you're looking for views. And I'm not just talking about lives. I'm talking about just a person opening up a page and just for people to come on there and comment behind it. It's on there just talking about people. Bringing people's names up and taking pictures and showing people's pictures and showing their significant others and showing everything that they can to try to belittle the next person. I'm not going to do that. I can't. Exactly, Yvonne. I'm going to continue being who I am and being who I want to be, no matter what. And like I said, it's people, what they want to get up under the next person's skin. They want to get under my skin. They want to get up under this person's skin, that person's skin, that person's skin. I'm not a kid. I'm not that 5-year-old kid or that 10-year-old kid or maybe that 12-year-old kid to where someone is bullying someone and saying things out of the ordinary and I can't handle it and I'm going to cry. You know how many kids in school, because they couldn't take the pressure and they committed suicide because they didn't feel strong. They didn't feel love. They couldn't even, when kids feel that way, what makes a person think that an adult didn't be in that same predicament? What makes a person think an adult will not do the same thing because they can't handle it? And what makes them? You know what I always told my daughters, them growing up, and I always said, listen to this. The older you get, the wiser you get. The wiser you get, the more you understand. The more we all are supposed to understand. Because you have people these kids that are growing up and they see things, they hear things because the parents, what they doing, they talking bad on the father or the father talking bad about the mother and never giving them a chance to see things for themselves. These kids, they're not giving them a chance to see things for on their father's side, on their grandmother's side. When I was raising my 4 daughters, let me tell you, and this is real talk, and they will tell you this. I never talked bad about their father. Never. Never talked bad about their father to them. I may have said it behind their back. But I never sat down and talked to my daughters and said, well, your dad is not worth nothing. Your dad this, your dad that. When my girl's dad passed away, he passed away and they looked at him as like a hero, okay? Because they didn't hear nothing bad from me. And I'm the mother. And they lived with me. And that's where that saying comes. The older you get, the wiser you get. The wiser you get, the more you should understand. Because see, my girls, they had to see things for themselves. I wouldn't get ready to go talk bad about their grandmother. Okay? I wasn't going to talk bad about their grandmother. They had to see things for themselves. Because I don't need to interrupt their minds. Okay? I don't need to interrupt their mind. They're already kids. They still have to go through school. There's tests that they have to take. There's things that they have to do at school. How are they, and then they got to go to school with the peer pressure of being bullied at school, and then come back home and things are not up to par, and maybe not be up to par at home. Because most people that do the things that they do, and even on the internet, that means that they have something that's wrong with them inside themselves. It's in them already because they didn't have enough love growing up. They wasn't told, I love you enough. Because if they were, they would know how to treat the next person. Not to be mean. Not to be mean. I did so much for my girl's dad, even though we weren't together. And I've talked about this on my page before. Their dad had strokes and heart attacks. He was paralyzed. And the only words that he can get out of his mouth was man, shit. That's all he could say. But I'll be darned. Even though we weren't together, I would get off of work. He was in a nursing home. I would get off of work. Back in the day when we had the pagers, you know, pagers, that no cell phone, it was pagers back then. I get off of work. I go home, go pick those girls up, and take them to the nursing home to go visit their dad. See, because God already knew, even though him and I wasn't together, God already knew that I was going to take care of their father. No matter what. He knew I was still going to take care of him. And I did. I took care of him. Why am I going to be bitter? Because we're not together. It was my decision to walk away. I walked away. I moved. Hey, Donna, you remember me talking about that? Yeah. And I mean that because I feel good. Because when God knows your heart, he's going to come to you, boo. He's going to come to you. Because he already know you are going to take care of business. He did the same thing with the second guy that I was married. He ended up with cancer. We weren't together. And I still took care of him also. I took care of him. Can't nobody take the heart that God gave me. They can't take that away from me. They can't make me out to be, yes, I'm old school. Yes, you are. Hey, Donna. They can't take that away from me. I put that on everything I love. God told me long years ago, be still. Be still. That's all you got to do. I used to tell myself long years ago, I'm not about to let no grass grow up under my feet. And I still walked around with my head up. I raised my daughters by myself. Okay? Hey, Richard Phillips, happy Friday. I raised them by myself. And the thing that I can say is me being respectful to my daughters, especially when it came to their dad. I'll get off of work and go take those girls over there to that nursing home so fast so they can visit their father. Pick them up. A few times I picked them up because they was in, like, Curlin and Christie. They used to play basketball. They played basketball, and I picked them up one evening. I picked them up from the nursing home, and I brought them to our apartment because I never wanted any. Even the second guy that I was married to, I never wanted. I always believe if you leave a marriage, stay out of it. Don't be going back and forth doing this, back and forth doing that. That's how people end up hurt and all that other kind of stuff. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm out of here. My mom always said, you can do bad by yourself. But doing bad by myself back then, I could say me raising my daughters back then, we didn't never really have to struggle, okay? Because I always made sure I had a job. God always kept something hustling on these hands right here. I was working for HISD. In between my bus routes, I would do hair in between that bus route. The money was still flowing. And then he said, it's time for you to go and apply. No, at that time I was working at a grocery store, and I had a lady because I always I've always been a people person. I love people, okay? And I would stand and have a conversation with people in the grocery store, with people when I was at work working for the city. I would just talk to the people. And so I worked at a courtesy booth at this last store, one of the last stores that I worked at. I worked at a courtesy booth. And then I would have to go out there and get on the register sometimes. So this one lady, she came through the line, And then she asked me, she said, have you ever thought about applying for the city of Houston? And I told her, I did once before. I said, but I didn't get hired. But I didn't let that stop me. She gave me her name, her phone number, and come to find out that this lady worked in payroll. She worked in payroll. But when I went back to apply again, okay. The first time I tried to get on with the city, it was at the zoo, right? And so, and so I was being honest. You know how they ask you, because I guess I was gonna be on the register. You know how they ask you, have your till ever came up short? And I told them my till came up short. It was like 90-something cent short. They didn't hire me because my till was 90-something cent. What? So then I end up having the opportunity to go back again. And then this time, when I went back, but I never did put the lady name down as a reference. As a reference. I never put her name down, but I think I want to say the second time I went back, let me rephrase that. I said, but I never did. At that time, I did. That time I didn't. But when I went back and applied again, I was just applying. So they end up calling me. They end up calling me for an interview. And this time it was in the Parks Department. And they had me like a tractor. I was just trying to get my foot in the door at the time. I was trying to get one thing that you had to do with the city of Houston, it was get your foot in the door. Okay? Get your foot in the door and then let everything else fall behind you. Because I always tell people, knowledge is power. And if you turn it around, power is knowledge. And so I had to do this little test on this tractor. I had never been on no tractor before. And I ended up passing the test. And they were about to hire me and everything. But this lady had a warrant. I had a little warrant from a speeding ticket from many years ago. So I'm going to tell you how God works. I'm going to tell you how he worked. That guy gave me the opportunity. He gave me the opportunity to go and take care of that warrant. I forgot what they call it. No peace bond or something like that. Something like that. Peace bond or something. And so I had to go find a place so that I can go pay for it. That guy waited for me to come back. He waited for me to come back. So I went back, but I ended up not getting that position. So what they did back then, they would put your name, what they called it was called referral pool. So that means that because I didn't get that job, and it wasn't for me. God, he knew which one he wanted to give me. Okay, and so he put my name in the referral pool, and I ended up getting another phone call. This time I hadn't applied, but because my name went in that referral pool, and this is the killing part. So when they called me for the interview, they thought I was a man because my name is Marion. It was so funny. And so when I went to the interview, there's a lady, her name was Sandy Harris. And baby, when I tell you I went in there on that interview, went on that interview, and I must have talked. I talked myself right into a position in the Parks Department, working in a warehouse. I was just a delivery driver for the city of Houston when I first started, only making maybe bringing home every 2 weeks, probably about $500 and something after they took out a tax. Me raising my daughters and still getting paid every 2 weeks, $1,000, $1,100 a month. But you know what? God is good because he still made sure I had a way, and I always told myself, I made sure our rent was paid. I made sure our light, they never had to worry about our lights being turned off. They never had to worry about any of that, okay? I always told myself, when I got paid, and I paid all them little bills, I said, I didn't care if I had $20 left over to last me 2 weeks, as long as I paid those bills. And I started counting them dollars every time I got paid, and I was paying them. But then in between some of that, I was still doing a little hair too. So that was bringing money. That was bringing money in for me. But I never had to sit back and ask nobody and beg anybody for any money or anything. But me raising my daughters, I'm going to say basically by myself, and I really did. It was a blessing. So me making $500 and something when I first started with the city, and I kept telling them I wanted to move up. There was something else that I wanted to do. So I kept asking them. At that time I was working in the warehouse, and I kept asking them if they would give me a chance in purchasing. So they kept hearing what I was saying. You sound like me. They was listening to me. So one morning I get up to go to work, right? And I get a phone call from the warehouse manager. No, the purchasing manager. And she told me on the phone, she said, Miss Coles, she said, we're going to go ahead and give you a chance. You proved yourself. You said you want to work and you want to give purchasing a try. I never knew anything about purchasing, how to buy anything from these big time companies where toilet paper and all that different kind of stuff, uniforms, all that, okay, in the parks department. So I had a lady, so I went ahead and they gave me that opportunity to work in purchasing, and I learned purchasing. I learned it. When I tell you I learned purchasing, I actually learned. And they had this, what they call is a commodity code book, right? So it's a thick book like this with commodity numbers in there from you really supposed to match those numbers up with your vendors at these different stores. And that's how you actually do your buying. And so whoever was doing that prior to that commodity book was not supposed to be that thick. And so I started linking all of the commodity numbers to all the vendors, the vending companies. And it could have been Office Depot, could have been Lowe's, it could have been every one of those stores that's linked to the city of Houston or any job that's out here. What we call it is commodity numbers. And so when that book was like this and it became like that, I bought it all the way down to about 15 pages. 15 pages. So I worked in purchasing, buying for about 4 years. And that made my pay go up a little bit more. So I could tell you this, how God really, really works. My daughters was receiving Social Security, okay? Each one of them. And at that time, I think she may have been already gone. I'm not sure. I forgot. They were receiving Social Security. I'm working at little bitty. No, they didn't start receiving. They didn't start receiving Social Security until, because their dad was still alive when I got hired on with the city. Probably about 5 years, maybe 6, 7, maybe 10 years after I was with the city. So then, with them getting the Social Security, well, so by that time I end up applying for another job. I end up applying for another job. And the other job was in public works and engineering, okay? So I knew nothing about water, knew nothing about where we were getting our water from. I didn't know what the fire hydrants meant or any of that. But anyway, I ended up getting that job, and I knew nothing. I went in there from scratch. But I went from making probably $10 an hour to about $26 an hour. No, I take that back. It was almost $20 an hour. No, no. That's when I became an inspector. When I became an inspector, I started making almost $19 an hour. So I went from $9 to $10 or $8 to $10 an hour to almost $20 an hour. So when I ended up having to take a test to be an inspector, but I still got hired on. So there was a lady, she was over the whole department. And she called me in her office one day because I was such a knowledgeable person and learning to work out there in that field. And everyone was just like, man, is that lady really out there turning those valves out there? Because when you shut water off, you got to turn them valves off and you turning them and this, that, and another. And it might be hot outside, baby. I was turning them valves off like the men were. But then I outshined them still. I outshined the men over there. I learned I learned that work. And I knew nothing about it. And then I had to take a test. Okay, so I had to take a test. And that test had 100 questions on there. And I'm telling you, the lady, I don't want to say her name. I'm just going to call her Betty. I'm just going to call her Betty. But she was over the department. And she ended up calling me in her office one day. And this is before I ended up becoming an inspector. She ended up calling me in her office one day because she heard about how hard I work out there and how good of a worker I am. And so, okay. And how good of a worker I am. And she asked me, what was my goal? I sat in her office, she said, what is your goal, Miss Coles? I said, I would love to become an inspector. I said, but I'm gonna mention this man now. I said, but Mr. Millage, he's not gonna allow that. And then she looked at me and she said, Mr. Millage don't have the last say so. She said, apply for that inspector's job. She said, I hear too many good things about you. And I hear that you're pretty knowledgeable in that field. And I said, thank you. I said, yes. I said, I try to learn, I'm just like that. I said, I try to learn everything that I can. And so I ended up getting the job and applied for it. I ended up getting the job. And then the following year, she was retiring. And she came back to me and she said, before I retire, I want to see you in that white shirt. Because inspectors had to wear white shirts. She said, I want to see you in that white shirt. So I was already an inspector, but my shirt hadn't came in. And so with my name on there, said inspector and everything, I was so happy. I passed up so many people over there that tried to become an inspector till it was unreal. And when I went and took that test, the first test, I failed the first test, but because then we had the storm in Houston, that really, really bad storm in hurricane in Houston. And the place that we normally go, it's called the Cape Center. We would normally go to the Cape Center to go take our tests, right? But the Cape Center was down. And so I stayed home from work because I thought I was going to go and take the test. Couldn't take the test. And so I had to reschedule it. But when I rescheduled, our Cape Center was still down. So I rescheduled it. And the place is stationed out there in San Antonio. It's either San Antonio or Austin. So I drove all the way to San Antonio. My coworker and I, we drove all the way to San Antonio to take that test. And this was my second time taking it. Okay. So I was praying the whole way there. I said, God, I know you're not going to let me drive all the way out here and me not pass that test. I was a praying sister. I had tears in my eyes for real. Because when you pray, and God will hear you. You just have to pray. He'll hear you, he listen, and he know when you're sincere. Okay? So, took the test. But you won't find out. It'll take like 2 weeks to find out if you pass it, right? So I got a phone call. No. On the way home. So I put all the gas. I was driving a Mustang then, a little gray Mustang. I had a Mustang. And so took that Mustang on that road, filled it up. My coworker, he asked to ride with me because he wanted to take his test also. So I had told him from the beginning that we're going to split the gas. So on the way back, I was at the gas pump, and I told him it was his turn to fill the tank up. And you know what he told me? You was coming here anyway. Oh. All he had to do is tell me that one time. All he had to do is tell me that one time. But see, you pay attention to what I'm getting ready to say. All he got to do is just tell me one time. I said, you're right. I was coming here. But I said, but our agreement was that I fill it up on the way here and you fill it up on the way back. So I didn't, he still didn't give me the gas money. He still didn't put no gas in my vehicle. But that's cool. Because guess what? When that 2 weeks came and it was time for us to get our results, I passed my test. He didn't pass his. Okay? He did not pass his test. You got to be careful what you do to people and how you do it. Be careful with what you do and how you do it. I passed, but he called me early that morning. He said, Miss Cole, he said, did you get your test results back? I said, no, I haven't looked it up yet. I haven't looked in there yet. And then he said, well, I didn't pass mine. Exactly. He said, I didn't pass mine. I said, well, let me go look and see. Shoot, let me look and see. When I looked to see mine, baby, it said passed. Maybe if you would have put that gas in my vehicle, you probably would have passed that test. But God showed you another lesson. He taught you something else. I see signs. I believe in signs. God give us all signs. And if he did not pass that test, and he was mad at me for a whole 2 months, I trained him. I trained this dude, okay? In our department. He used to ride with me. Until one day he pissed me off and I went to the plant and told them I don't never want him to ride with me ever again. Because he was mad because I passed that test. But the next time he went, he passed it. God don't like that at all, Karen. And he didn't pass it. But you know what? Even though I'm retired, he every now and then he still call me because I don't hold no grudge with anyone at all. I don't. I just didn't want him to ride with me again. Because I had told him not to turn a certain water line off, and he turned it off anyway and flooded out them people's yard over there. I was so mad. I said, didn't I tell you not to turn that one off? That dude turned it off anyway. Because, see, I was very, very sharp when it came to shutting off water lines. You have to really know the city map to shut water lines off. You have to really know. So that was in water. And I say about before that year was out again, I went from almost $20 an hour to almost $27 an hour. Okay? I was right about 30 right when I retired. Okay? But if I worked overtime, I was up at 40 something. You got time and a half. I was making some good money. But see, then my daughters, their checks, it was either before or after, their checks, their Social Security checks Okay. Their Social Security checks started coming off each year because it was the last three. So when they turned a certain age, their checks started coming off. Let me tell you how God work again. So when I was over there in the other department, I wasn't making all that much money. God got me. He put me over there. Because this is where I see how God worked. He knew those checks was going to start coming off. My daughter's checks was going, that was our living. Okay, we were living besides me working. He knew those checks was going to come off. They was going to end. They was coming to an end. He placed me over there in that other department. I got over there in that other department. And over there in that other department and started making all that money. I started making overtime. Baby, when I tell you, I was bringing home, I went from bringing home $500 and something, maybe $600 and something it went up to bringing home about almost a $4,000 check every 2 weeks. Because of all the overtime I was working. Or maybe the next week might be almost 3,000. That time might be 2,000. That's how I was spending all that money going to go buy all them baby fats and all that. When them girls' checks started rolling off, God put that money right back up in my hand. He put it right back in my hand with that overtime. And I know that's why I say he will do it. He is a protector. And he showed me the way. All I had to do was be guided by him and pay attention to what he was telling me. How he was talking to me. He talked to you. You just got to hear him. You have to hear him. As they checks was cutting off, me going over into that other department, God replaced those checks with that new job that I received. So I don't sit back and try to do things out the ordinary to people, because God has blessed me too many times, so many. And I'm not going to say too many times. I'm going to say so many times. He has truly blessed me. I mean, truly blessed me. I walk by faith, not by the devil. I trust in him. He has guided me so many different ways. Just keep your composure. That's all he wants us to do, is keep our composure. That's all. I didn't get a chance to miss them, Tiara. I did not get a chance to. And because I was like, man, what I'm going to do? Them checks going up. They going, woo. I still had 2 more daughters. 2 more. This one gone. Baby, because over in that department, you wasn't getting no overtime over there. Ain't no overtime, not a bit of overtime. But God put me in a right place, right on over there. And guess what? I did 25 and a half years in that department with the city of Houston. And I was able to retire at the age of, what was I? What did I tell you? 55 years old. I was 55 years old when I retired. I'll be 62 in June. I will be 62 years old in June. So you can't tell me God is not good. He's good. So when a person think that they're hurting me, if you're not God, boo, you can't hurt me, okay? Because see, these people are still trying to figure a way out, or figure out a way how to get where I am. That's what they're trying to figure out. How in the heck did this lady do that? If you sit back and humble yourself, you might be able to do the same thing. How about that? See, I can brag, but see, I brag with God. Okay? I brag in God's way. Because if it wasn't for him guiding me, but see, we got to pay attention. I would always ask God to please guide me in the right direction. Guide me. All I wanted him to do was guide me in the right direction. That was my prayer to him. I wanted to be guided in the right direction. Not the wrong direction. Because I truly give all of my praise to God. I really do. I mean, from the bottom of my heart. I have testimonies. How God has really blessed me. So I look at life, and I look at the evil things that people do and try to do towards people. They don't want to see the next person shine, okay? I always tell people, the same way you do things to people and you feel like you're in this heavy highness over here, like you just got everything and you some people ain't work for it, okay? Some people just got it. But you got to be careful, because the same way God give it to you, he'll take it away. That's where you got to watch what you say. Watch your mouth. Stop being evil towards people. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. That's why when someone come on my page and they say something out the ordinary, I think before I talk. I think before I just say something. Because if I was an ignorant person, I probably would say extra ignorant things. But see, there's a way to talk. You could talk to a person in a nice, nasty way. Nice, nasty. People don't want to see the next person doing good. But I had to work for everything that I have. It wasn't given to me. It wasn't given to me. They don't want to see others grow, Miss Sissy Dot. They want to see you struggle. But I can tell you one thing for certain and two things for sure. If I had a struggling moment, social media wouldn't know about it. I can tell you that. So you can run back and tell your mama, daddy, uncle, laughing and, oh, I knew it. Oh, yeah. A girl on your job told somebody she was nice, nasty. Yeah, because I'm not a cusser. I don't want to cuss. And to each his own, to anyone. I don't care. Everybody is not the same. I'm speaking of me. But if I was, they'll be just like they be saying to Candy Red, don't let Stella come out. I got a Stella. It's just not Candy Red Stella. Because I be laughing at her. So it's not like I don't like what I hear. Hey, I laugh. When I hear her, I laugh. Because she don't give a daggone what she wanted was going to come out of her mouth. But see, everyone is different. She handled hers her way, I handle mine my way. And it doesn't make her any less or any better. Don't make me any better than her. Don't make her any better than me or any less than me. She still got it going on. Some people just do it. They just say what they want to say. Baby, you let Stella come out. That's why when I get on the phone and we be on that phone, we be talking, but we be cracking up at each other, laughing so hard. You think she don't use profanity on that phone when we on the phone talking, and I'm still laughing at her. I just don't do it. And she's still cool with me. I don't give a damn. Fat rats. I don't care. We have no control over anyone. Exactly. Brad Mosley, I'm about to block you. Because all that you keep putting block on there, I'm blocking you, boo. Look at you, Brad. What is wrong with you? Hold on, Brad. Before I take you off, we just finished talking about people like you, Brad. Poor you. You want to be. Why don't you block me, Brad? Why don't you block me? Or can you understand anything that I'm saying? Huh, Brad? They're looking at you just like I am, boo. Block yourself, Brad. Oh, yeah. You most definitely got to go. Yeah. He got to go. So, that's why, me, and there's another thing, like, when I was at work, and it's like, even like if you injure yourself or anything like that, first thing they want to do is you got to go have a drug test. See, I had a CDL license. And when I was working for the city, right? And so anytime that I had to go have a drug test, I end up having to have alcohol and drugs. Not just one. Because when you have a CDL license with the city, they test you for both alcohol and drugs. So I couldn't just go in there and go take an alcohol test. I had to take a drug test also because I had that CDL license. And when they would tell me that it's time for me to go take a test, I used to tell them what time we gotta be. I gotta be there. I couldn't wait to go take the test. I blocked and banned him. I blocked and banned them all. I could never wait to go. I couldn't wait to go take my drug test. I would tell them what time, and be just as happy because I knew I didn't do drugs. Didn't do nobody drugs. Wasn't trying to do no drugs. I wasn't trying. I always told people. Bye-bye, dude. Okay. I would always tell people, I have a natural high. So anytime I had to go take a drug or alcohol test, I always passed it. Always passed. I wasn't scared about taking one at all. I took it and that was it. In government, we had to take those tests. Yeah. But so I think like a year before I retired, I let my CDL license go. I let my CDL license go, and I let my my inspector's license go. Because you have to keep taking that test over and over. I said, shoot, I don't want to take that test again. That was a hard test. When I tell you that test was hard, poof, it was a hard test. But overall, me raising my daughters and me raising myself, because I was raising myself while I was raising them, okay? For real, for real. I don't have time to be, I'm trying to, we'll see what she talking about. I want to see what this person talking about. Okay. And yes, Joyce, very faithful. Thank you, Rachel. Is that Rachel? Hold on. Well, you know what? I should have got my glasses out that truck. That's Rachel. Randall. I'm doing good. I am doing good. I try to be as strong as I can because I had to be strong for my daughters. And Cherie was telling you all that story about her. So Cherie was a hard-headed little girl back in the day. She was hard-headed. She wanted everything to go her way. I knew she was going to be trouble when we first moved to Texas. Because Cherie was born in Maryland. Cherie dad lived in Maryland. Remember I graduated high school in Maryland. So Cherie and I moved from Maryland. Cherie was probably about 2 years old when I moved here. And she might have been maybe 3. Baby, when that girl used to cry so much that it was unreal. It was unreal. She wanted it. And I guess she felt like she was supposed to be the only child. You're welcome, Camellia. You are so welcome. She thought she was going to be ashamed. When she was telling y'all that story about her being hard-headed and going to the, I had to put her somewhere. She wasn't going to keep on doing things. No, boo. You got to get up out of here, little girl. Oh, she was angry with me for a very long time because I wouldn't go get her. I wouldn't go get her out of juvenile. I wouldn't. They asked me if I wanted her to go home. I said nope. But look at her today. Look at her today. I went to when we first moved to Maryland. That's when my stepfather was in the military. Ada, your order gonna be going. Hey, Ada, your order will be out on Monday or Tuesday. I'm gonna say probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Hopefully, that's my last batch of bundles. Ooh, I was gonna try to get it out this week. Hit you this week, but I ran out of my all-purpose twist, so I have to make some more all-purpose twist. I have to make some more, so I'll get that made. Get the all-purpose twist made. I ran out, but I got you. You are on the way, boo. Curly need to give me your information so that I can get it mailed out to you. So I forgot what I was saying. Just everything is just good. Everything is just a blessing. I know. I remember. Did I ever? Maybe I have some new people on here. When I first started getting God in my heart, the way He's in my heart now, was many years ago when I was working for HISD, And I've told this story before, but I know I have some new people on here, and this is something that people can really look at, because even though when we were kids, we didn't go to church all the time, but we went to church, okay? Because I used to try to sing in the choir. Whoa! But anyway, on another note, when I was working for HISD, because there's always been questions in my mind back then on how God talked to you and how God give you signs and all that. So I was always thinking about that and saying, now how God talked to you? Because that was something that I really wanted to know. You sent it to Carolyn, or did you send it to me? If you send it to Carolyn, then I'll tell Carolyn to give me your information so I can get your package off to you. Because I'm ready to be done. Because Boss Lady and I, we got that other deal coming up. But so I was sitting back. I kept saying, how God talked to you and how did he give you signs? Because I was confused. Because I really wanted to know how can he talk to you. So it was always on my mind. So this one time I went took the kids on a field trip. And I've talked about this before. But I love to talk about things, and I could talk about it over and over because it brings joy to me. It brings a whole lot of joy because I know that I accomplished something through me being able to get an understanding that day. And so I would always go to that hospital to get me something to eat out of the cafeteria once I dropped the kids off when I was working for HISD back then. Now, that's how many years it's been, okay? Because I retired from the city of Houston. Prior to the city of Houston, I was working for HISD as a bus driver. And so I would take the kids over to the zoo, and I would go over to Park Plaza Hospital. Hey, Valerie Skidmore, Ruthie. I'm enjoying your story because I can relate to. Oh, you 69. Hey, Ruthie. Oh, I didn't see yours. Okay, Ada, I'll look for it. I haven't seen it, but I promise you I will look for it. God dog it. I told Carolyn the other day to give me your information. I told her, she gave me the Charlene's information because her box is gone. So she had got 3 bundles, but I'm gonna talk about this lady. So I dropped the kids off, and I went over there to the cafeteria to the cafeteria. And any other time I would go to that cafeteria, I would always find a place to sit. So this particular day I walk in there, and it was so crowded in there, I just could not believe how crowded it was. People were standing all up against the wall and everything. And I'm like, so I see this one table open. And I'm looking at the people standing up against the wall and over here and behind me. And I'm like, why nobody sitting at this table right here? So I sat down. And I'm going to say about less than 3 minutes, this lady came right behind me and asked me, was anyone sitting with me? And I told her no. She said, well, can I sit here? And I said, sure. And so we just started talking. Hey, Candy Red girl. So we started talking, and the lady then we just started talking, and then all of a sudden she started talking about the Bible. Okay. So I'm listening to her. Then she started talking about, now, pay attention to what I said a little bit earlier. She started talking about how God talked to you. She started talking about how God give you signs. So I sat there and I listened to what she was saying. And I gathered it all in my brain. And then I started realizing some of the things that was going on was a sign from God. And so we talked, and I thanked her. It was time for us to go. I had to pick the kids up from the zoo. And so then that stayed on my mind for a long time. And so one day I was driving. No, one day, I was driving. I forgot what little, I had that little car then, way after when I had the Mustang. I forgot what car I had back then. But I thought it was I think it was the alternator or something that was going, that had went out on my vehicle. And I had bought it, but then back then I didn't know nothing about vehicles and insurance and all that kind of stuff. So I thought that the warranty had went out on the vehicle. And then so I stopped off at this place, and it was on the weekend of 4th of July weekend, right? So that means if it's the weekend during 4th of July weekend, everybody trying to get off and get ready for the 4th of July. So when I got over there, they were closed. So I said, dang, they closed. But something told me, now you never did call the place to see if you still had warranty. So here comes Monday. So Monday came, or it might have been Tuesday. And so I end up calling the car place that I bought that vehicle from. And Lord behold, they told me that I still had warranty. And I was able to get my alternator fixed, because it was the alternator. So I look at it like this. By the time I got over there to that place, because I was trying to get there before it closed, it was meant for it to be closed. It was meant for that place to be closed, because I would have spent the money and got that vehicle fixed. But they were closed. So that God, he gave me time. He gave me time. Even though I was out of a vehicle, he still gave me some time. He said, you got time to sit, you got time to go and call that, see if you still have a policy. So I still had it, and I was able to get my vehicle fixed. So I ended up leaving from there, and I was so excited that day. And I was at a light. You know how you have the four-way light. Cars coming this way, that way, like this, that. So I thought the light changed. I thought it was my turn to go. But it wasn't my turn. It wasn't my turn. And I ended up running the light. And if I tell you, when I ran that light, there wasn't a car coming from neither direction. None of the directions. And I look at it like this. God already knew I was getting ready to run that light, so he cleared that path for me. How about that? See, when you can think like that, if you run into a situation like that and you overcome that situation like I did, first thing I'm gonna say, the first thing that I said was that God already knew he knew I was gonna run that light. After I finished talking to that lady, everything was God. Everything was God. Everything. He was giving me a sign. God knew that I was going to run that light. God was right there. Everything was God. And that was from me talking to that lady that day. God sat me down at that table, that empty table, because he knew that lady was going. He sent that lady over there to talk to me, to sit at that table and explain to me how God give you signs and how he talked to you. He sent that lady over there to talk to me. He left that table open. See, that's how I believe in God. I don't know about the next person, but I know how my belief is when it comes to him. Jewel, I was looking for your name yesterday. Let me screenshot you real quick so I won't lose that last name, boo. Hold on, Jewel. Baby, I was looking for you high and low yesterday. Where you go? Where you go? You can't leave me. Where you? There you go. Okay, I can't lose you now. I probably screenshotted your name before. But anyway, I'm about to get some tears in my eyes because when I get to talking and I know that it's how much he has blessed me, and I tell people all the time, I can be sitting here talking to you all right now, and we never know when our day is going to come. So me sitting here talking to you all, just say anything happened to me, I want you all just to look at me as who I am, not who the next person want me to be. Not who they want me to be. And he did it. He did it. He knew what he was doing. When all those people were standing, I can still see those people standing up against that wall and over by the windows. And I could still see that table open. It was a white table. I could still see it. And I always tell myself, I wish that I will never ever run into that lady again. He set that up just for that. He set it up for that time. Not for us to exchange numbers and all that, because I was really in a stage when she was talking to me, I was really sitting there listening to her and really paying attention to what she was saying. Was very important what she was saying, because I always had it in my head. How do he give you signs? How you give you signs, how he talk to you? And then I would tell myself, I don't hear him. You don't have to hear God. Huh. He'll talk to you though. Especially when you have to sit back and question yourself. Anytime you have to sit back and question yourself. Thank you, Denise. Hey, Tracy Ann. I never seen a name like that. Tracy Ann Glover. Hey, girl. Hey, Tracy Ann. Y'all just don't know. I'm gonna get off of here because I can get emotional because of when I see and I talk the way I talk, and I try not to sometimes, but then sometimes I get really, really deep in it because I know what God has did for me and how he talked to me at my job. When he told me to keep my composure, that was God talking to me. He told me never never let them see you cry. Never let them see you cry. Stand with your head tall. That lady that day helped make me who I am today. She helped me see the light that I needed to see. Anytime you have doubts and questions on something, I know how God, he sent that lady to that table. So he fulfilled me in that way. Hey, Paula Allen. Yep. So I almost turned y'all off of here. And I tell you all, I tell you all the time, I don't go to church. I don't go to church, but God is in my heart. He is in my heart. Anytime you can listen to a song like with Frankie Beverly music, his music is the type of music that I can listen to every day, especially, I'm going to say especially, on the highway. Because it's so mellow. And I Want to Thank You, the song I Want to Thank You was my theme song when I was retiring. I knew I was retiring. The last 5 days of me being at work before I retired, I kept playing that one song back to back. And I could see myself driving and doing this and say, I want to thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, I could see myself doing that. And I want to thank you. That's what I say. And so then tears would start coming out of my eyes, so it would start coming down because I reached that retirement date. But then I still had to pray because I still had to pray and ask God, to be honest. I kept saying, I just want to make it to my retirement date. That's what I was saying to God. Let me make it to my retirement date, because when we're traveling on these roads, we never know what might happen. We never know. So even though I was there, I wasn't there. I hadn't reached that point until that day came, because I still had to wait. I still had to make it to that day. And I still had, looking at my eyes, I still had 5 more days to go. I just needed to be blessed through the grace of God for those 5 days for me to see my retirement date. Exactly, Veronica. And I asked him, and I prayed, and I sang that song every morning, back to back, and tears just coming out of my eyes because I couldn't believe I finally reached that time. I couldn't believe it. And it happened. And like I tell you all the time, it's through the grace of God. Because if it wasn't for him guiding me and me saying, God, just guide me in the right direction. I just wanted him to continue to guide me in the right direction. I used to ask him all the time, pray, pray, pray. Guide me in the right direction. I pray you guide me in the right direction. We got to pray. And we have to ask God. Because see, one thing for certain and two things for sure. God knows when we're sincere and when we're not sincere. Okay? Because he knows our heart. He knows our heart better than we know our own heart. You're welcome, Thelma. You are so welcome. I love it. I mean, I really, really, really do. I love it. I love it. I love the person I am. People might not want you to be that type of person or be that person. You be who God set you out to be, not who the next person wants you to be. That's why I always think, who is she barking at? Is that Archie? Archie! Yeah. Hey, boo! Hey there. What you doing, Archie? Archie here. Exactly, Jewel. We should all pray. Grace and mercy. Jesus said he will never leave you. Hey, Lily Strickland, that's right, boo. Bruce said, thank you for the wisdom and knowledge. Thank you. You're welcome. Because I kid you not. That's my testimony. I can look at myself. I look at myself and I speak about this lady all the time. I will never ever see that lady ever again. But it wasn't meant for me to see her again. That was for that moment. That was the assignment that God gave her. And he made sure that table was open. And for me to be able to sit down. And for her to come right behind me. I will never forget that day. That's how I know God is in my heart. Okay? Hey, Zephyr. Aren't you outside with the dogs? Yes, I appreciate you sharing your experience of life. Yes, that's life. There's so much more. There's really more. More testimonies. And I love every bit of it. I do. Yep, she was my angel. She was my angel. Archie, you got any fans? Let me ask Archie, do you have any fans? Where them fans at? We're here for it, Marion. I like to talk about God because if you all really, really, really know, people don't really know a person. And I like to talk about him. Because if a person sit back and think that they wake up by themselves, but on their own, and not through the grace of God, Shiloh Smith, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Every day, Bruce, but I actually cook. I cook, but I just got into Dallas, and so I went and bought something that I didn't even eat. Look at that. It's still here. What I really wanted was the boudin. They have the best boudin to me. Hey, Doreen. You enjoyed my testimony this evening? I believe that is testimony. I know it is. I know it is. I've been a survivor. Hey, Linda Sue. Shanice. He sure does. He loves it. I wish that I can speak upon more testimonies. But if there were more beautiful people in this world with beautiful attitudes and positive attitudes, that would be something to help open others' eyes up. But I talk amongst self. And as long as I can continue to thank God, I love food and cooking. Do you feel me? Yes, on live. You can, Bruce, you can go through this page right here and go down. You may see me with my house that I had built and just getting everything else together, trying to get it all together. You may see that. You might see me at the grocery store. You're gonna see me cooking some food. I just haven't did, like, before I sold my house. I had the kitchen lit. Boo. The kitchen was lit. But now I'm rebuilding, and so it's kind of awkward for me to be cooking and then not being able to look at a cabinet or pull something out the cabinet. But in God's words, it's coming in due time. In due time. God wants us to always, we got to take our time and we're going to get it right. Hey, Pam. Kimberly. Write a book. I'm not good at writing books. I probably could. That's my daughter's field. Yes, that's how I found you. When I was cooking, was that Joyce? You found me when I was cooking? Yes. Exactly, Bruce. Exactly. So you new over here, Bruce? Did you say you were new? Because if you new, Bruce, we got to give you a warm welcome. Now they might check you out, check your page out and see, make sure you're not a troll. Somebody that's going to come in and saying anything out the ordinary, because we don't like all that over here. Even though people do it anyway. And don't let nobody run you off if somebody come and say something out the ordinary, because we have people like I just finished speaking about, okay? So we like peace. We want it to be peaceful. But can you all please welcome Bruce Urban to our amazing love bugs? Yes, so can you all welcome Bruce to our amazing love bugs? This is his first time watching. Now they're gonna check you out, Bruce. Make sure you're not a troll now. But we want to welcome you, boo. No, Bruce. Hold on, Bruce. Let me tell you what those are called. You can't say a watchman on the wall. You got to say you've been in the bushes. You are out of the bushes now because the mosquitoes been eating you up. And you got tired of those mosquitoes biting all on you running in the cobwebs and have to do all that because you've been in them bushes for so long, but you out now. He talking about, I am a watchman on the wall. That's a cute one right there. A watchman on the wall. Bruce got tired of the mosquitoes biting him. Hey, Patricia Cobb. You are so welcome, Bruce. Bruce, don't forget to make sure you're following the page. Make sure you follow it and always make sure you're following, okay? Because they might just unfollow you from this page. Not me. It'd be Facebook. They might unfollow you. Anybody that come in new, and that's interested over on these content creators page, just make sure if you want to continue to watch, I am Marion's Amazing Catering, LLC. A watchman on the wall. What's up, Archie? Archie Starchy? You got the bus out there?
Yeah, I've been running all day with that fucking bus and the car. That girl, it was just too much. I didn't get a chance to sell a motherfucking thing. I just been running and ripping with them cars.
You had some fans? Where them fans at? Oh.
What kind of fans?
You ever seen that wedding fans at?
Uh-huh. Boy, what you been making?
He looks so cute with his hair cut like that.
I cut it.
You did not cut his hair. No, you did not.
I'm trying to tell you, I cut it.
Show me a video. You took that dog right on over there to that place. He trying to tell me he cut Roman hair like that.
I'm going to go out there and get them dogs. I need to bathe them. I've been gone all day.
That smells like some good back here. They saying, hey, Archie. That's your, hold up now. Archie the one got, open the door, Archie. Hold on, Archie the one that got hit my table.
I told you I cut him.
What?
Say it too. I didn't do all finish.
Oh, what happened to the light, Archie?
It just went out.
Oh, did I knock us out? Y'all, look what Archie had. Archie would have got him a dog table to cut the
glue. And carry out right here, baby.
What?
That's what I'm doing.
Archie, you did his head like that for real?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I could have said it too. I just didn't do her all the way. I got the clippers and everything.
Y'all see what Archie got with him bought him?
A groom cut them holes. I had the towel that down there to catch all the hair.
To catch the hair?
But it was so windy, I didn't do it. But when I do it like this here where the hair, I can catch the hair and put the hair up.
That's awesome. Where you find this table at?
Lisa ordered it off of the Amazon.
Oh, baby, you saving money.
Yeah. And then I tighten this up on it. And then I put this on his neck.
Archie have became a groomer. I don't want to see them. I'm proud of you, Archie. Boy, you got it going on.
Yeah, that's how you have to do it now. You got to save money.
Yeah, you got to save money. That's real talk. Let me show y'all.
Instead of fucking for free.
Shut up, Archie. Shut up, Archie.
Yeah, get your coin.
Look what he did. This is what he did. That's Roman right there. Oh, so you got the doggy clippers and everything?
Everything. I got the full thing. Everything, baby.
No, he don't have diamonds around his neck also.
Oh, good. Before I start fucking with them dogs, I need to take me. I need to take me a smoke. I've been going all day.
Archie got it going on. Those other dogs are back here. I let it get dark on you all. Oh, I knew I couldn't get back there.
But you was going anyway.
No, I was trying to see if it was open, but it's not.
I'm finna bathe you in a minute. I'm gonna bathe and in the morning I need you to do me a favor. You gotta do me a favor, man.
What?
You gotta take me to Dallas in the morning.
What time?
Early.
I better be back by 11 o'clock.
Oh yeah,
I have some more.
Drop me off.
I have some more packages.
You got to drop me off. I got to go get Lisa's car. I left it parked.
I have some more packages I have to take to the post office, so I have to be back by 11.
Oh, you'll be back before 11, because when you drop me off, you can go and go.
Okay.
Because I got a car that I'm picking up. I'm picking up Lisa's car.
The Mercedes?
Mm-mm. The one at the daycare.
Oh, okay.
I had to have some work done anyway. And
hey, Veronica Hardy, this your first time? Oh, hold on.
Now, how big is your titties, Marion?
How big are my titties?
Yeah, I'm talking about, you know, what kind of cup you use. You look like you use a double. Big.
Don't y'all laugh at Archie.
I'm just trying to see they pumped up there. I don't know if you had work done or not. Everybody getting work done. I don't know who got work done and who ain't.
I don't have no fake ones.
Well, if they, what size they is?
I have toilet paper in mine.
Oh, what size they is without the paper?
Double DC.
Double DC. A double D.
A 36D.
I don't think I have no 36, but you can wear them. You can wear the ones I got.
Did y'all hear Archie?
It's good to know your titty size, honey. You don't know what you want to put in their mouth. How much? You might want to give them just a little sip.
Okay, Bruce. Might want to do what? Somebody else said that they was new on here. Before Archie rudely disrupted me, asking me what size of my breast.
Breast assist.
Breast assist. Hey, Veronica. Can you all please welcome Veronica? We just not gonna come over here and solicit on my page.
Gone, Veronica.
That's not what we got. We're not gonna do that one. But you are more than welcome to come over here. If you inbox me, I may just go over there and go check your page out. But we're not gonna solicit over here.
And take your body. Yada yada.
No, when they do that, they want people to go to their page.
I thought you went to Washington. Didn't Donald Trump send for you?
Huh?
She sent for you, didn't she?
That man didn't send for me.
Well, she better not come for you. I know that. I'm so nervous what she been do to Social Security to scare me to death.
They're scaring you.
Girl, when anybody start messing with your money, you ready to fight. Don't fuck with that money, bitch. Please don't fuck with that money. Because when you start fucking with money, you fucking up. Especially when you're already fucking up. But when you go to that money part, bitch ain't trained to hear that.
What you drinking?
Don't mess with a bitch ducks.
Don't mess with them.
I want them in a row.
I was thinking about you with that the other day also, Archie, for real.
With
Your
what?
Social Security.
My Social Security, I'm getting my Social Security every month. I just don't want the bitch even going in there fucking with no bitch ass thing in that Social Security building. Cause bitch, you gonna make me get my
Yes, he did say that, Roxanne. Ask me what size of mine.
Yeah, it's good to know your size though.
Archie is something else, you are.
Yeah, I want to know the size of yours. Cause they fluffy and they don't look like they stuffy. Now you think got toilet paper in them, but
I got toilet paper in them. I'm gonna pull them out. I'm gonna pull the toilet paper out. You looking at me like I'm serious. They talk about I wouldn't got a you think I wouldn't got my breast done?
See, I asked my
them things gonna pop. They gonna pop.
What?
The breasts, when people get them breasts, they gotta be careful.
Yeah, cause
if I poke a hole in it, let me put a nail in it, will it go pooh?
You can't stick that in your skin like that, man. No nail in it. Man, you can't do all that.
Yeah, let something get
Some
popped.
of them just buzz.
Yeah, they do.
They mess you up when they buzz. But that's
you remember my mother?
A long time.
You remember my mom?
Mm-hmm.
My mom had those breasts way back in the day when they very first came out with them. When they first came out, my mom was one of the first people. In other words, they used her as a guinea pig. She was a guinea pig to them when they was trying to see if it was going to work.
Did it work?
And see, let me tell you something. How I know it don't work. How you got to keep up with it. Let me tell y'all.
Yeah, you got to maintenance.
You have to keep up with it because after so many years went by that my mom, from when they first put them in my mother, because she was one of the first people where they was testing them then.
Jenny Rich.
Yes, they was testing them. So after a while, it took a long while, probably about 15 years. But prior to that, one of her breasts started going down. The silicone or whatever
come out.
It was coming out, and so one of them one breast was bigger than the other one, and they used to sit up. And be real smooth. When they smooth right there, that's that silicone sitting. And nobody breasts real smooth like that, like silky smooth.
Yeah, some people feel if they then they real. Some people, Bianca got a pretty set of titties.
Hers don't look fake though.
No, they don't. But she got a pretty set of titties. I'm not lying. Them motherfuckers sit up like soldiers and look like they work done.
But
she looked like she got work done.
Well, see, this is the thing when it comes to BB's. You can see BB's skin. You can tell that that's her skin.
Mm-hmm.
When people have the breast done, it's almost like it stretched your skin out to where it makes it thinner. And you can tell that's how my mom's looked. Hers looked just like that.
But let me tell you something, baby, about your mama.
Mm-hmm.
Now I understand hers. Dad, it's the millennium. They making them titties look like they supposed to look. Now every year they got something new. They doing. and they didn't advance on them titties, and a lot of them titties is right now. Some of them ain't wrong. It depends on who the fuck you go to. A bitch will botch them up if you go to a botched ass doctor. But if you go to a bitch,
you bleached her hair? No.
But if you go to
he didn't bleach it.
If you go to the right doctor, they'll make them titties set and body. Look, I know a white girl from Texas City. That hoe looked like Ellie Mae Clancy. That bitch went to the doctor. If I tell you them doctors sculpted that bitch body, that bitch got body.
And they get a flat tire.
Body, yachty. And she had work done. Like Kim Kardashian. See, that type of work, I'm talking about good doctors. You don't go to no bullshit ass doctor when you go to get work. Everybody tell you to go to.
I don't care what you say. They still got to keep it up.
Yeah, you got to keep it up when you ain't got no work. You
get...
can't eat like you want to eat, Marion, when you trying to hold on to them hips. You have to stretch them out of wet.
And the ones that get their lips injected.
That don't make no sense now.
Did you hear about the new lips they have now?
They got some
lace front lips.
Go.
Yeah, they lace front.
Go.
You think I'm playing?
Go.
Tell him, I know there's a few of you all saw that on Facebook where that lady was putting them lace front lips on.
Look, that's what I'm going to tell you about your lips and everything there. If you start doing all that shit, something wrong with you. But I'm just saying, I can see you getting your body done, a curve here and there. Yeah, after you get a certain age, you know. And
not
I can
Ellie
see you.
Mae.
Yeah,
you said something about Ellie Mae.
Clampett. And you know she had body. That white girl had body on her in Beverly Hills, bitch.
Oh
you know, Beverly Hills bitch daughter, Ellie Mae. Ellie Mae was the finest thing back then on TV. And she looked like old Bull Dagger. You know, they had her like, she wasn't no Bull Dagger, but they had a tomboy. It's a Bull Dagger. She did everything a nigga would do. Russell Copy just run everything down. She was just a tomboy.
He is hilarious.
She was a tomboy, Ellie Mae was, but that heifer was fine. When they dressed her up and put her in women's clothes, that heifer was one of the prettiest girls on TV. She was fine.
What?
Ellie Mae. That heifer had body. Country.
She had that body.
Yeah, you can tell Granny Mae made her eat her cornbread. Granny made Ellie Mae eat her cornbread, baby.
You want to look pretty. Ain't nothing wrong. You can look beautiful. A person can still be pretty without getting all them silicones all up in them.
You can be ugly and be pretty. Pretty ugly. That boy. She sure is pretty. But she ugly.
But you know what?
If you dress her, I know a girl so ugly. You know Sean. Now Sean give it to you rough. But baby, that heifer dresses and steps sideways. Your clothes will make you pretty if you know how to work. I done seen some ugly girls, but if you know how to dress and you have charisma and know how to talk and not trying to be stuck up and just be yourself, you have a pretty personality will make you pretty. I don't care how ugly
you can be as beautiful as you want to be. But that inside of that heart is what matters. Mm-hmm. It's what's on the inside.
Yeah, it's what's on the inside, because the outside ain't going to help you, because that's shit.
Hey, Kimmy. Edgar. That was a good one, Archie.
What?
Yes, Candace, he is hilarious.
Whoo, Lord.
Anyone that when I come to Dallas, pretty ugly. When I come to Dallas, shoot, Archie is the one. He is something else. He cracks me up. He came up with it fast, didn't he, Carol? Hey, Carol. This is the first time I caught you alive. Are you new, Carol? There's somebody else on here that said that they was new. Archie, I'm sorry you all, because Archie done got me in an uproar over here talking about titties and all that other kind of stuff and talking about a whole lot of things. Bull daggers, yeah. Anything subject to come out this man's mouth. He can do a comedy show. He don't want that you. Like Dolly Parton. Okay, Nikki said I'm cracking up. Oh, Camellia, you saw that lakefront lips for real. Archie think I'm playing. I watched that girl put that lip on, but it was crooked though. Did you see how it was crooked? It was going, this side was going like that. And she tried to get it right. Put all that stuff. What's going to happen when they kiss somebody? That's what I was getting ready to say earlier. These people have all this whole fake stuff. But then, oh no, I just can't do it.
Well, she's going to have them on right because I know when you kiss, a lot of times if you're kissing like you're supposed to be kissing, they'll suck that lip up. Suck that bottom lip. Have you ever suck that bottom lip and go to put it on it and sucking on it like it's a lollipop? If it's false, they gonna suck that up.
I've had my bottom lip sucked up.
And your top one too.
And guess what? It didn't bust.
No, it didn't bust. But if you got that fake lip on, they gonna suck it up and say, "What the hell?"
Linda Sue says she wants some of what you've been drinking. Girl, that is Archie when he wake up in the morning. Okay. Trust and believe. Archie don't need to have nothing to drink for him to be Archie.
Lips puffy.
Lily Strickland, your cousin talk like Archie. I'm perfect size, right? Thank you.
Look at you.
No, but they used to tease me all the time when I was a kid. I used to be very self-conscious about my lips. Very self-conscious. I didn't even, and all the way until I was probably almost 40 years old. I used to cry because I was teased back in the day when I was a kid about my lips. They used to call me big lips and everything else. And that bothered me for years and years. And so later on in life, like when I started going out, and I was like really in my 40s, probably about 40 years old. Always, Archie is always a 10, like 40 years old. But then me going out, here the guys, they would come and say, "You sure have some beautiful lips." I wouldn't even tell them thank you because I still felt that they were making fun of me, of my lips. And I didn't want to tell them thank you. In fact, I just walked away from them because I always felt that they were teasing me still. I'm close to 40 years old. But it took my boo to tell me that I have some beautiful lips. And then I started feeling much better.
It wouldn't have made, look.
Oh, Lordy, here he go.
Your boo mouth ain't no prayer book. I can look at the motherfucking mirror and
it's
tell you
my lips. It's been a prayer book all these years, and
I'm saying this lips ain't no prayer book. What he say don't go. That's what I'm saying. You ought to be able to look in the mirror and see your lips.
No, I didn't like them.
I didn't like them. Paint them red. Outline them. Get them together.
I can't stand that.
Yeah, that's what you do. If your lips ain't pretty,
I don't want all them lipsticks, all that lipstick on my lips.
Put on some gloves. But outline them and put some gloves on. And get them together. Because everybody ain't got no money to get on.
Kimmy, I haven't seen a money order come in for you. But I'll look for it. I'll look for it when I get back home. Shreya, keep my mail over there. When did you mail it? Fanny said, "Wow, I missed the Archie show." Archie said, "Outline them." Baby, these lips too big to have all them old lipstick, big thick lipstick on. I wear lip gloss, and half the time don't even want to wear that. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to get up off of here, you all. My battery going down. I'll come back and visit you all later. No, Archie drinking Kool-Aid or juice or something.
Oh no, that's
what is that?
That was a little vodka and orange juice.
Oh, he had some vodka and orange juice.
That was just a little something I needed to calm me down because I've been ripping and running all day.
Oh.
And I've been going backwards and forward to the front to the back.
Oh.
And ripping around in circles. But I tell you, I've been delirious all day. I just needed a cocktail, something for strength.
Okay, he got something.
And I had a little strength.
Now you really getting ready to do the real to do.
I'm finna go on get blistered.
Uh-oh, y'all hear that?
I ain't gonna get blistered, but I'm gonna get it right.
He getting ready to do the other thing now.
Now, while you're on the table, Sadie, now you know puppies don't get.
I thought you stopped.
Down out the
I thought you stopped smoking, Archie.
I did.
When you start back, I
just started back because I just felt it. It ain't no.
Because the last time I was here, you told me you stopped.
I did stop.
And you got a little notion or something to start.
No, I'm just every now and then I take a little tinkle.
Something started tingling you.
I take a little tinkle every now and then. I ain't gonna never say I didn't just stop altogether because
you was just on a break.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just stop and just get yourself together.
You was on
and
a
then start all over
break.
again. That's when it get real good to you.
You know when they say, "Is it real good to you?"
Real good. I got to go get these dogs. I'm finna bathe these dogs. Oh, Lord. I'm finna bathe these dogs. I'm finna go out here and bathe their ass.
It mellows him out. What you say? He said blitz. Anything might come out of Archie's mouth.
Who's Lord? And Donald Trump running me from the front to the back. This man is whammy things.
Annie B said, ask Archie, can he do a stand-up freestyle show?
I need to. I ain't never did no comedy show.
He probably could get paid.
I probably could get paid if I was to go up there, but I just can't get the strength to go up there. I guess I'm stage fright. I didn't wait. Look like I didn't wait too late to do it, honey. Too late.
Lynette said, tell Archie I help him with that blitz. She'll help you with that blitz.
Oh, girl, I sure wish you was here, but you know I really don't need no help.
You hear what he said?
If she was here, she could help me, but I really don't need no help. I just need light right now. Look.
Oh, okay.
That part. And I got to get up early in the morning because you got to take me, Marion.
What time, Archie?
Drop me, girl. I already got somebody to go meet me. I left the car up there. I couldn't drive with one. Mm-hmm. And I'm just so glad you're here because see, Lisa, I just had to drag out of the bed on her head and give her coffee and everything else, girl, start walking to get it together. And seeing you here, you could swoop me up there. But if you could swoop me to Dallas, can't you? It won't take long. I'm just going to West Dallas. My car parked there.
What's that, about 30-minute drive?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like your new car, Marion. It's pretty.
You do? Thank you.
I didn't know that was your car, but I love that car.
I had it the last time I was here.
It don't look the same. The only part I couldn't get straight of
is
you giving that other car.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you ever almost pay a car note out and get another one. Because that don't make no sense. This is what I'm going to tell you, Marion, and you take this to the bank. I'm at the age, and you're at the age right now where we don't need no motherfucking bills.
Hold on, let me tell this person
at the first of the month.
Hold on a second. Kabir, take your racist self off of here. We don't need you on here. So, you're going to be gone. Because you got to be pretty racist to say something like that.
What did you say?
Your face is black.
Whose face is black?
Mine. That's a racist.
You know your face is black. It's probably the cap is making it black on the thing.
No, that's a troll, a racist troll.
Hi, mama. Hi, mama. Hi, mama. Hi, mama. Hi, mama. Hi, mama. Hi, mama.
Look at Diva. I was going to call her Diva.
I'm I got the baby.
That's Diva Baby. That's Diva Baby right there.
Tonight, though, baby.
I want to see them dogs. I want to see them. I got rid of him, Patricia. Oh my God, he's a troll. Exactly. Natalie, that was a troll. That's why I said he got to be racist. I've never had, people say crazy things, but to come on and say something crazy like that, that just reminds me of that person that's destroying the world, just trying to destroy the world.
These bitches is
Yes, indeed. What you looking for?
Them damn flies. I can't stand them.
Exactly. Very racist. I saw that comment. Let me get rid of him.
I'd have told him my ass black too. That's what I'd have gave him. Because they gonna talk. That's just what I gave him.
What that other one I just banned?
I can't,
Well, them trolls are on here. Y'all see them trolls on here? Y'all see the trolls? They are on here. I'm trying to see. There's plenty of them out here. As soon as I see them on here and you can't understand they writing, we don't know what they saying. They gotta go. I did 3 of them like that already. Too much fun and can't stand it, Linda. Yeah. Eleanor says she want to use your lighter. She want to use your lighter. I'm with Archie. Yes, it's a tint of blue. Her hair was bleached. Her ears and the top of her hair, and I think her feet.
Yeah, I got some dyeing in there. I could dye if I wanted to.
Archie is a doggy groomer now. Exactly, Pamela. They losing control. I'm not going back and forth. When anybody come on and say something racist like that, I'm not even going to respond to them. I'm just going to let them go. Bye-bye. They're going to go to the next somebody else's page and do the same thing, say the same thing. They're going to be all right when all their swelling go down. But you all, guess what? I'm getting ready to get off of here because I need to make me some water. And I know Lisa in that sleep. She sleep, Archie?
Girl, don't make me go around.
Oh.
I ain't never been back there.
Grace said, hey, Archie.
So I said hi.
Yes, they are thick tonight. But you just got to block them. Bye. Bye. Gotta go. You put the hater sauce on your fish, Peggy? Was it good to you? Woo. Ooh, you try. Okay. Okay, you all. I gotta get off of here. Yes, I'm cooking tomorrow. I'm gonna go get 2 tomahawk steaks. And me, Lisa, and Archie gonna eat us some tomahawk steak and Rasta pasta. I'm gonna do it Cajun style. Get silver curtain. Not flashy, but classy. I'll see you all later. Much love to you all. Yes, I am. You coming back, Cheryl? Who coming back? I'm coming back when I go relax. Okay, Valerie Skidmore. I'll see you later, boo. I'll see you all in a little bit. I gotta chill for a minute.